Cuccinelli's credit, he convinced the Court of Appeals to expedite hearings, and that's coming up in May. But the Supreme Court is not going to permit a review of the case until all the courts of appeals have rendered a decision. I'm also in accord that Justice Anthony Kennedy will be the key person. Not sure I agree that Scalia will be, but certainly Anthony Kennedy. And I've got some thoughts that we're probably looking at a 5-4 decision in 2012 in favor of the constitutionality of this law.
All right, let's move on to Arizona now and what's taking place there. We're talking about Jared Loughner. He's the accused shooter of that massacre that took place there in Tucson. So the case was taken by a San Diego judge. It was moved to Phoenix, and now, gentlemen, it's going back to Tucson. Avery, what turn has taken? Why did this judge decide, if it's the judge's decision, why take it back to the place where the scene of the crime?
Well, it's a fascinating ruling, isn't it? Because both Richard and I predicted that this case is going to be outside of Tucson, but here's the reason. We're early on in the case, and what's going on is the federal district judge is concerned about witnesses, concerned about the attorneys, and round trip back and forth between Phoenix and Tucson is about a 4-hour drive. That inconvenience compelled the federal judge, Larry Burns, to kick it back to Tucson, but in his opinion this week, he said that he still is reserving the power of the defense counsel to move it out of Tucson. I'm sticking to my guns here and saying ultimately it's going to be outside of Tucson.
Yeah, I don't see how in the world you could find a non-prejudicial jury in Tucson, Richard.
But incredibly, Fred, the government, which is empowered to finally search for the truth, they're opposing the defense request to have the venue changed from Tucson because they feel they can get a fair trial in Tucson. That's actually a position with a straight face by the government in this case. It's ridiculous. It's going to be out of Tucson. It's going to be out of Arizona. And he's going to get convicted wherever it is.
Okay, and then, a couple weeks ago, we talked about this case that maybe, brought a chuckle or two from some folks saying, no way, there's not a chance. Ohio Congressman Dennis Kucinich said he damaged his tooth while biting into a sandwich wrap, and there was an unpitted olive in there. It chipped his tooth, and so he was taking that cafeteria on Capitol Hill to task. Well, guess what? There has now been a settlement, gentlemen. 3 years later, I think most of us thought that he didn't have a chance of this one. That's my non-legal opinion, but I heard it from you all that it didn't seem like he had a snowball's chance. So what in the world happened here, Avery? Why did they settle?
Well, I have known Dennis Kucinich, and I've known his teeth for many decades. I think he's a principled guy. I think he was injured, and you know what? Why should a congressperson be any different? I think what outraged people was a $150,000 lawsuit, and I think after all the kidding and high publicity, probably what Dennis did is said to his lawyers, settle the case. So it did settle. He did get some money. He didn't get $150,000, and I think I know how much he got, but I'm not going to say right now.
You're not going to say? And is it also because of the elapse
let's see what Richard says.
Oh, okay. Well, Richard, is it also because of the elapse of time? That's why people thought maybe they weren't ready to take it seriously because so much time elapsed?
Well, no, he was going through oral surgeries and all kinds of procedures on his teeth. But here's the thing. Olivegate is over, so we can rejoice. It's over, finally. And as far as the case goes, Fred, it's settled. It's confidential. These dental cases do not bring big money. He's sued for $150,000. Avery, I'd be floored if he got more than $10,000. I don't believe it.
Oh, well, I think he got 30.
Okay. So somewhere between 10 and 30, maybe. How about that? Split the difference.
Somewhere in 10 and 30. And the attorneys took a third of it. So.
Oh, that's right. You attorneys. Oh, well, you make sure you get paid, right? Well, Avery, Richard, thanks so much. We're going to talk with you again. Fred, well, I'm just saying. You brought it up. Nothing's worse than mouth pain, though. That's for sure. We're going to talk to you again. We're going to talk about Lindsay Lohan. What's going on? Was it that she borrowed the necklace, or was it that she took the necklace from a jewelry store? That case and more with our legal guys when we come back.